Jackson, we got the top of the line this week.
Yes, we do. Kathy Helbig's in the house.
Morning in the house. That's right.
Kathy Helbig, I haven't seen you since I officially closed on the house.
I know. I said I learned from a post last night. How bad was that? It wasn't on my calendar.
1,000 thank yous.
Because Lori just took care of everything.
1,000
awesome.
thank yous. As you know, it was ups and downs, and every deal is different. But the team, from the staging to the marketing to the pictures to you to Lori.
Takes a village.
Holy mackerel. But you know what? Right. It's the professionalism.
Especially from McGraw. No, I'm just kidding.
It's the professionalism. It's the knowledge. It's the holding my hand. Mm-hmm. It's the,
wiping your tears.
It's a roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. And we touched on a couple of times. It's an emotional thing.
Yeah.
Even for a seller, even in a happy time when, you're making money and all that stuff, it still takes an emotional toll on people. Yeah. And it does help to have people that know what they're doing to kind of guide you and also kind of try to help keep those emotions in check.
You should be pretty proud of yourself. You've built a pretty good company over there.
Well, thank you. I am proud of everybody. And I will say that's one of my topics I've been harping on lately is, there's more real estate agents out there right now than there are listings.
Right.
And that should say something. There's people that are not going to be your best advocates. There's people that are not truly experts.
Right.
You don't become an expert until you've done something repetitively, right? That's what practice, baseball team, all that stuff. You have to practice, and you only practice on people, unfortunately.
You can't
practice on transactions. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So years of doing that, and then in addition with us having, a large group like I manage, I get to touch hundreds and hundreds, actually thousands of contracts a year.
Right.
And so in a market like this, when it's so fast paced and things are changing every day and somebody's getting smarter than the next guy every second with the offers, like that's a huge advantage because we're pretty smart ourselves. We practice and we build our skills and we never stop training. But then somebody will send something in, I'll be like, ooh, I like that. So then, we take from that and we learn and we just keep honing those skills. And not everybody gets to have that ability because usually with real estate agents, you're a lone ranger.
Right.
You learn on your own deals and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So it does make a big difference. And we have had a lot of success in this market. And I can't say enough, if you're not having success and you're not contracted with somebody, obviously, then you should really, really think about, looking up the people that have been around for a long time.
You've helped me now a couple of times in a couple of different transactions, and every time I'm in the middle of it, at some point I turn to somebody and say, man, thank goodness they're here because I don't know. And I'm like, what do I do now? Now what? Where do we go here, right? And you guys are there, and not that I always take your advice, but
heck no, you don't.
Right, but I need somebody to grind me, right? To sort of ground me, so that
and
if I
you.
do go rogue,
Lori was grinding on you, not in a bad way.
But no.
Sorry, Lori's husband.
Yeah, my mind was in the gutter for a second there.
But really, 1,000 thank you. So we're halfway through it, and we look forward to the other half. What are we doing with the markets? So
the market is a little bit uncertain right now. We're feeling some shifting sands with it. I've seen in the last couple of days realtor post and let the shift begin, and the shift's beginning. Like all this stuff is coming out. We have felt a little bit of a different atmosphere the last 2 weeks. I would say we have a couple of houses that didn't sell the first weekend.
Right.
So everybody's like, oh, that's where I think those posts of the shift is coming, came out. But then again, the inventory, I looked at what inventory came on last week. We're probably less than half of what we had on the market in 2020. Like at the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, we were tracking at about 1,200 houses a month that were coming on, and now we're like 400 and 500 in my local, St. Louis, St. Charles type area. The inventory is still short. It's in pockets. Like we've had several houses last weekend that had multiple offers, and then there was a couple that were quiet. So we're just starting to see some of the fringes.
Are you seeing a difference between the houses that are getting the offers and the houses that aren't getting the offers?
Not necessarily. It's hard. It's hard to dictate or to predict which ones. Definitely, we're seeing some price reductions. I think there was 280-something price reductions this last week.
Right.
Because, again, and I've been preaching for a long time, sellers don't price to the escalation of the last comp that you looked at, and I think people are still, just riding that train of that extreme appreciation.
Right.
And we're starting to see buyers pull back. So what I've seen in articles is that buyer fatigue is at an all-time low right
Buyers
now.
are just tired
They're just
of
tired. They're tired of losing.
Yeah.
So they're not even trying, or our own situation. I got a lot of contracts and houses, so I can kind of have my own little test market to see what's going on. And I've noticed that a few of the houses, a couple of buyers were interested, but then they were like, there's too many people that like this house, so we're not even going to try.
I get that feeling now that I'm the buyer.
Yeah. So they're just literally like giving up before they start.
I don't want to get excited because I'm going to lose out anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that takes it from maybe 15 contracts to 6 contracts. So we're starting to see that. We're not seeing a lot of zero yet. And I don't think that we will right away. According to Zillow's economists, they're saying they think we've got another, still good year, at least with the situation of inventory. New construction sales are down 3 months in a row.
Right.
You've talked to before we went on the air about delays and stuff like that. So definitely some shifting sands right now. If you're a seller that's been holding off, you don't miss it because we don't know when that day will be. And I also have to say this: if and when it does happen, as a seller, listen to your real estate agents, because I can tell you guys, I went through this in 2008, and I've been preaching to my people already. We're already practicing how to have these hard conversations with people, because when you're one of the first ones on the leading edge that don't have the same reaction to what everybody else has been having for 2 years, you don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
You want to put your head in the sand. You want to blame me. You want to blame whoever you're dealing with, and you want to go, not my house. It's something else.
I just blame Lori. That's
exactly.
I didn't blame you.
And so when
Lori.
we have those conversations, we're not trying to just, tell you bad news. We want to position you to still win, because you're still winning.
It's a great point, right? You're not going to get the asking price. You might have to
come down a little bit,
right,
but you're still getting a great appreciation on your house.
It's so amazing how you lose sight of that.
You do.
You lose completely, but then you sort of get reality.
Yes.
After I closed, I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second.
Exactly. I did good. I did good.
No, what was I complaining about?
No need to get greedy, McGraw.
But I did want another $1 million for that house.
Don't delay the inevitable. If change is happening, then change with it quickly so that you can still capitalize the most you possibly can.
You need an adult in the room, and that's Kathy Helbig and the gang. 314-276-SOLD. 314-276-SOLD or KathyHelbigGroup.com. Good stuff.
Thank you, guys.